Hello and welcome. I'm excited you're here and tuning in. My name is Erin Perzewski, and I'm the founder of Alkalign, a holistic health and wellness company that operates functional fitness studios across the U.S. So, the definition of functional fitness is everything your body needs to be able to do so that you can do life better. So, the idea is if you can master a few core movements with proper alignment and the appropriate strength you need to be able to execute on those things, that you can do anything else you want that will allow you to move better, feel better, and live better in all parts of your life, both when you're working out and then far beyond that. So it's an investment in your future health bank. So I'm really passionate about health and wellness, and I've been teaching fitness classes for almost 20 years. So as you can see from the title side, I'm going to discuss how you can become the best trained fitness professional in just 10 weeks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, who this is for. This is for aspiring fitness professionals who want to help people move, live, and feel better while bettering your own health and happiness. Whether you've already worked as a fitness instructor, are an Alkalign client, or you've absolutely no experience but have always dreamed of having an impactful job that aligns with your love of fitness, this is for you. In the next 20 minutes or so, I'll show you how to spend your time doing meaningful work and making an immediate positive impact on the people around you. How to make room in your life to do something for yourself, even if escaping the guilt of devoting yourself to others, such as your kids, spouse, boss, parents, whomever, seems impossible. And how to follow your passion for health and wellness and turn it into an income stream. We'll also talk about how to develop incredible confidence and leadership skills in a supportive environment, how to sleep well knowing that your work does right by people and prioritizes integrity above all else, how to ensure that you feel appreciated every single day, and this is a big one, at least for me, and how to find purpose in what you do to truly feel inspired. My promise to you is that teaching at Alkalign will be the most personally rewarding job you'll ever have. Before we continue, I just want to go over a few of what I call the house rules. So, first is that this is a job. You have to do the work, be accountable, reliable, coachable, and professional. And we teach you everything you need to know, but it's really up to you to put in the time and to practice to be good at it. It will be challenging. You'll step outside your comfort zone. The process may even challenge your core beliefs about yourself, but you'll have moments where you feel overwhelmed, and these are really opportunities to grow as a person, as an employee, as a human, as a team member, and we're here to help you through all those things. Resiliency and a growth mindset are key. We are a growth mindset organization, and we really do teach you everything you need to know about, the content, the skill set, but you have to have the growth mindset to approach obstacles as learning opportunities versus as crushing setbacks. And this really requires resourcefulness. So as I mentioned, we provide everything you need, from live training sessions to a plethora of training tools you can go back over and over and rewatch. The team is here to support you, but it's up to you to show up, to speak up, to ask questions, to seek out guidance and mentorship. The one thing we aren't is mind readers. So if there's something you're not sure of or something you're struggling with, just put your hand in the air. There's always someone who is there to help you. And then finally, team players only. This is really important. We joke like no divas, devos, or, assholes need not apply. And this is important because we're a team in a culture that is authentic and connected. And we have, the real raw and human. Nobody's perfect. We don't expect perfection, but we do expect team players, and we do expect that, we all pitch in. No one's stuff is more important than anyone else's stuff. We help each other out, and most importantly, we live by the golden rule. So before we get into all the good stuff, I just want to check in. Does any of this sound like you? Do you wonder if you're really making a difference in the world? Do you feel like your skills are being squandered and you have a thirst for knowledge that you just can't quench? Do you ever feel unrecognized for your performance and potential, or do you have to sacrifice your own values and integrity to move up in your organization? Have you put your life on the back burner because work, kids, and everything else constantly takes priority? Do you want to do something that can completely and positively change the course of someone's day and life in just an hour? Do you feel isolated and starved for adult interaction? And do you see strong, confident people around you and wish you could be more like them? If any of this sounds like you, then I have good news. None of these things are a real problem. They're just the symptoms of a different problem. The real problem is that you haven't made what we call the shift. And once you make the shift, you'll leave the Monday blues behind and be pumped to start your day and your week knowing that you're going to make a difference. You'll have time to take care of your health like it's your job, because it is. You'll exude a new sense of confidence and happiness. You'll have a renewed sense of purpose, and you'll make money doing something you love. Before we go much further, let me just take a few moments to give you a little background on myself. I mentioned at the beginning, my name is Erin Perzewski. I'm a functional fitness expert and a holistic health coach. So as the founder and CEO of Alkalign, I invest a lot of my time and my energy in mentoring others to really identify their passion and to help actualize their potential. And I've been teaching for a really long time, almost 20 years. And I got into teaching not because, I woke up one day and thought, oh, I'd make a great teacher. But I got into teaching because someone else believed in me more than I believed in myself. And I used to be what I call an individual contributor when it came to exercise. I liked to run marathons. I cycled. I did triathlons. So I also swam. And I did most of that training on my own. I kind of flew solo. I only had so much time. I didn't have time to meet up or wait up for other people. And, eventually I got tired of being by myself. So I joined a gym, which was totally outside my comfort zone. And I got really into group fitness classes, which was something I'd never tried before. And I ended up really liking the community and the camaraderie of being with others. I think that, I really like people. And so that human connection was something that I didn't even realize at the time was missing. And one day after my taking a class, I think it was a cycling class, my favorite instructor pulled me aside and asked me if I had ever thought about teaching. And honestly, I was a little bit stunned. I was a little bit taken aback, because I hadn't thought of it before. A little, side note background on me. At that time, I was terrified of public speaking. From the time I was really young, like if I got called on in class, my heart started racing, sweating, the whole thing. I would never raise my hand to proactively participate. I tried taking like acting and public speaking and stuff in college, and that helped a little bit, but still I was very shy and very, just I guess kind of introverted. And so this woman suggesting that I could teach a class like scared the what out of me. And at the same time, I went home and I thought about it and I thought, oh, that's kind of fun. Like, it's so scary. That's intriguing. I just had kind of like it. I just wanted to, just explore that a little bit. And so I ended up getting trained in cycling and took the leap, and the rest is history. But now I'm so grateful for that person that tapped me on the shoulder and believed in me, because obviously it's completely transformed my life. And, I want to pay it forward. I want to help other people, uncover, discover, just what's inside of them. Because I think we sell ourselves short a lot. Like, the inner critic's really loud. I have it too. And we think of all the excuses of why we can't, why we shouldn't, why we won't be good at it. Like, it just goes on. And that voice takes over. And so my goal in my life, is to help mentor other people and to help people feel their best. And that's not just in our client population, that's in our team as well. Okay, so back to why you clicked on the button to watch this, the shift. Here's the bottom line. There's one shift you must make to become the best trained fitness professional in 10 weeks. One thing. That's it. And I'm going to walk you through it. Invest in the best to be the best. So at Alkalign, everything is about quality, and you get out of something what you put into it. And the thing that is of the highest quality at Alkalign is our training program. We invest really heavily in our instructors, in the training program itself, the resources, because we believe that what we deliver to our clients is 100% dependent on what our instructors, how our instructors are trained. So to be honest, you have a lot of choices when it comes to being a fitness professional. You can spend hundreds of dollars and take an 8-hour course or maybe even a 4-hour course and walk out with one class plan, one playlist, and really no understanding of how to teach a personalized, safe, and effective class. And then you can live with that, knowing that you really don't know what you're doing as you deliver that to others. And you'll pound the pavement looking for a job and spend your first year floundering because you have no support system. You could feel really alone in teaching without a team and a support system behind you. Another alternative is that you can invest thousands of dollars to commit to a 200+ hour in-person training delivered at someone else's convenience over an extended period of time. A lot of times those programs are over 6 months to a year. And that requires you give up every weekend to attend those workshops and trainings. That's a huge investment in time and money. And oftentimes you come out the other side without a job. There's no way to leverage those expensive skills because you don't have a built-in network. You kind of did this one-off thing, and that delays your return on investment of time and money. Or you can train with the Alkalign Instructor program. And that will allow you to be more efficient with your time, money, and sanity. You can get trained quickly because we do it in eight weeks of training, 2 weeks of practice and mocks with feedback. And you can complete a majority of your study at home with online tools. You can get personal support and ongoing mentoring in a program that trains the whole you with expert mentors and coaches. So the mentoring is really key. It's not just about delivering the skill set, it's about the mindset, which I mentioned previously, and we incorporate all of that into our training. So that makes a huge difference, not just in the way you teach or deliver a class, but it transfers to everything in life. And then when you successfully complete our program, you're guaranteed a job with Alkalign. And you can do it all in 10 weeks and start changing lives faster and making money rather than dragging it out for an extended and often painful period of time. Okay, so I want to share just a couple of, we call them staff stories, and really our team is so diverse. And here's just a couple of examples of some of our teammates. So Katie is a full-time nursing student at UCSF, and she loves that she can apply her skills to educate clients about their own health. For Katie, teaching a strong well population is really nice balance to being with her sick patients all day long. So it's nice to have both ends of the spectrum and really to appreciate, what the body can do, especially when you take care of it. Her teaching gig also helps offset living expenses and is flexible enough for her to work around her school schedule. And then there's Kathy, who was, when she came to Alkalign, she was an injured marathoner who had devoted 2 decades to raising her family when she came to us as a client. And she was facing that good old empty nest syndrome. And she was asked by someone in her life what her next chapter would be. And at that moment kind of realized she didn't really have a plan and she needed to come up with something. So she realized the kids would be gone and she needed to start thinking about herself. And it gave her, teaching in Alkalign gave her an opportunity to care for herself while giving back to her community. She also gets to live out her dream of being a talk show host. If you haven't checked her out on the Alkalign Unplugged podcast, you should definitely subscribe right now. Okay, and then there's Emily, who is a nurse turned stay-at-home mom. She needed an outlet where she could interact with adults and work out while her baby daughter was watched on site. And she's been really blown away by the supportive community. She's a teacher in our Ada, Michigan studio, and she really feels like, she gets even more than she gives. And it's been really good balance for her to feel like she's doing something for herself and, can still be a great mom. It does not mean, if you do something for yourself, it does not mean you're like abandoning your children. You have every right, if you're in that mom boat, to carve out time for yourself. There's no reason why you need to put your life on the back burner. That is not in the kid contract. And then there's Lizzie, who is a full-time pharmaceutical engineer and felt like her job wasn't providing the immediate positive impact she wanted to make. And she taught a bunch of fitness classes where she'd clock in and clock out as, like a 1099, just kind of come and go without feeling any sense of community or support. And she really finds that teaching for Alkalign has been the most gratifying job she's ever had. She receives a ton of mentoring, and that's allowed her to grow in so many ways, like outside of just like teaching. And so, I think the kind of point is, all sorts of people teach at Alkalign for all different types of reasons. And, my challenge to you would be, what's your reason? What are you looking for? As we say at Alkalign, we are a team of individuals and a family of originals. So no matter what your story is, no matter what your background, experience, or lack thereof, if you have a growth mindset and a passion for helping others, as well as the grit to figure it out, there's a place for you on our team. When you teach at Alkalign, you definitely give a lot. You give a lot of yourself, but you get even more. So that's really the cool thing about it. In terms of some of the things you get, you develop an incredible confidence and leadership skills in this, supportive environment. So one thing that was huge for me when I started teaching was getting over the fear of public speaking. I mentioned that before. And that's an amazing skill set, not just for teaching, but for life. I mean, we talked about work or volunteer roles or social events where you have to get up and speak in front of people. And you learn, like, not just from the physiological training we do at Alkalign to stand tall and stand proud, but to really own who you are, right? The good, the bad, and the ugly, the real, the raw, and the human. You learn to own the room and to own your life. And when it comes to life, you only get one of them. So you want to make the most of it and, start that new adventure as soon as possible. Okay, this is really, really important to me. You sleep well knowing that your work does right by people and prioritizes integrity above all else. So that's integrity from a movement standpoint, from biomechanics and that kind of thing, right? Like our exercises are of the utmost integrity. And then also just the way our company runs. Like we're honest and authentic, and we, recruit teams of team members who are an extension of that. I like to believe that everything, or one of my goals is to, when we deliver something to someone, whether that's a class or even down to stuff like what we sell in our fridge or the products we carry, that we are enhancing people's lives across the board. So, I personally would love to see clients skipping, walking, jogging, running, cycling down the street, 10, 20, 30 years from now, feeling awesome, right? We're not just training you or having you as a client to take your money today. We want our community to really feel better longer term because of, what we're delivering and, what they're investing in themselves. So it's important not, the type of classes we deliver are such that it should be additive and enhancing versus leaving and feeling broken, battered, physically, emotionally beat down or feeling bad about yourself, right? We want people to really feel good. And, that's why safety and sustainability are so important to us. So I'm committed to doing right by people. I'm committed to finding a team and continuing to hire instructors and, franchisees and whatever that also have the same values around that. And, ultimately we deliver all of the reward with none of the risk. So I could talk more about all that, but we'll move on. And then to ensure that you feel appreciated. I don't know about you guys, but I've had a lot of jobs, from mowing lawns, waiting tables, investment banking. I've spent 9 intense years in corporate America, and not once did someone clap at the end of a meal, a meeting. No one, sent me a thank you note for the cool, thought I put around how I mowed their lawn or anything like that. I've been a wife for 12 years, a mom for 9.5. No one claps when I make dinner or says thank you when I do the laundry or, have the house fully stocked with toilet paper. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my family. I love my role. But man, it can be a thankless job. And it is sure nice to go to a place where people are grateful and show it. Okay, and then finally, purpose, and finding purpose and feeling fulfilled in what you do. Alkalign instructors make a difference. We deliver something that makes people feel better, right? Not just in the 1 hour they're in the studio, but over the course of the day and over the course of their life. We take away pain, inspire confidence, help people feel comfortable in their own bodies. I mean, I've had clients tell me they can now look in the mirror and not hate themselves. I've had clients tell me that the pain they've suffered from for, years or their whole life is gone. I've had clients tell me they've never felt so supported and unintimidated walking into a group fitness studio. I mean, being an Alkalign instructor is different than any other fitness job out there. You're not the independent contractor that drops in, teaches your class, leaves, and feels like alone and unnoticed. You're part of a team, and more importantly, you're part of a mission to help people feel better. And as I mentioned in an earlier slide, you end up getting even more than you give. So today I promised how to do meaningful work that improves your life and those around you, how to follow your passion and still have time to care for your family, work, your day job, go to school, and make some money while you're at it. How to grow and develop in an environment that values your superpowers. We're really big on superpowers. That's one of the first things we do with our instructor training. Identify your superpower. And how to prioritize your own health and wellness and set a positive example for those around you. Now you have a choice. You can either take all the information I've given you and forget all about it. You can continue to live in that purgatory between what is and what could be. And you can stay where you are and wonder, what if? By the way, most people look back in life and they regret the things they didn't do more than the things that they did do. So you can certainly spend your days cutting crusts off sandwiches and putting yourself last. You can, file the TPS reports and whatever else it is you do. You can continue to let your inner critic control the narrative. You can wonder and potentially regret what coulda, shoulda, and woulda been. And you can continue to come up with a whole list of excuses of why you can't. Or you can finally pursue something that you're passionate about. So something that absolutely lights you up from the inside, something that gives you renewed purpose, something that makes you look forward to getting out of bed in the morning, something that contributes to your family, your finances, your community, and most importantly, to yourself. So we talked a little bit earlier about invest in the best to be the best. The Alkalign training is the best, and we are looking for the best team members to bring on board. So if you feel like this is a fit, then you have an opportunity to start your future now. We are actively recruiting for our fall 2019 training round. Spaces are limited. So if you are even considering this as an opportunity for you, email instructor-training@alkalignstudios with an s.com and get more information as well as set up a call. I mean, honestly, what's the worst that's going to happen, right? It's just an opportunity to touch base with us and explore potentially a really exciting opportunity. But there is one catch, and that's that this isn't for everyone. Who this is for. You must have a passion for health and wellness. You must be a person of high integrity. You must be coachable. You must be resourceful. You must be decisive. You absolutely must have a growth mindset. You must be a team player. And you must be willing to invest in yourself. And that's really important, right? We have a lot of, guilt and excuses and reasons why we need to put ourselves last. And it's really important that you're comfortable with prioritizing yourself. Tomorrow starts today. So again, if this is at all appealing to you, email instructor-training@alkalignstudios.com. Set up a call, fill out a short application, and take the leap outside of your comfort zone into potentially the most fulfilling job you have ever had. Honestly, it's so awesome on so many levels. I wish when I had started teaching, I had started a journal and had recorded, all the little things that happen every day, right? The look on someone's face when they have that aha moment, the little things they share during class or after class, just all those things. Like, it's so amazing. I've just never had that experience with any other job that I've done. And, you hear stuff about improved performance on the tennis court, on the soccer field, on the golf course, like whatever it is, or just like waking up feeling happier, right? Reduced depression, anxiety, the power of human connection. And we even have people that are measured taller at the doctor because of Alkalign and all the postural work we do. So it's an amazing thing that we're doing. The team's awesome. The communities we served are so authentic and supportive and appreciative of what we do. And, we really hope you'll consider this and look forward to hearing from you.